I hope you're able to hear me properly. Hmm. Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing some adjustments. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I will start painting now. I've picked up a relatively simpler preference. I don't really mean to paint everything, but mostly the top with all its folds and stuff. Hey guys, I'm back. Noise. Hi Sergio, welcome to the stream. And thank you. This is what I've been up to. Trying to pick good colors and learning how to actually paint the folds and the turns of the clothes. Oh, I think my model's looking a bit too big. Or maybe I'm just leaning too much to the front. Alright, I think this will be better. Hmm. I think now that's the hard part. But the reference that I'm using is not of very high difficulty. So let's see how I do. Copying art teaches a lot. The way that I'm doing this practice is I first try to copy the painting from one of the works, and then I took a real life picture, try to analyze where the light was coming from, what are the different light sources, the different colors. I did that again, and now I'm back at copying from an artwork. And that's basically going to be my procedure for a few more times. I'm going to repeat it this way because I figured I suck at painting clothes. Yeah, I was actually struggling with painting clothes till like 2 days back, and I've been struggling for like more than 2 months, especially in the style. But when I zero in and just focus on practicing clothes, it starts to feel manageable. And that's a really nice feeling. Um, I probably should get a drawing tablet. The menus take up the whole of the drawing space. I wanna do a bit of my own thing. Not too much, just a bit. Thanks, Sergio. Alright, there are 5 people here. um, Feel free to drop a text. I think I've gotten just a bit better at picking colors. Nothing too wild, but better than yesterday. Or like better than 2 months back. Okay, I guess I don't have to do exactly as it's been done here. can make some of my own choices. Alright, now it's time to add reflections. I have to so carefully manage my space because I have to litter. And try it so bit yellowish colors. You believe this yellow looking color is just very much desaturated blue. There's reflection here from the ground. Hmm. So those small folds are like dots. My shaping is obviously not as good, but it's still not too bad. think my edges need to be more visible. Alright, I'm not gonna be practicing the metal because it just won't look good for now. And I don't even know which metallic colors because I'm a noob. I'm a metal noob. Alright, I will move on to the next photo study. Doing something from a photo reference. This wasn't too bad, but it could have been way better. I think I know how I can do that. Okay, this is like marginally better. And next, who's spamming hearts? Okay. Next reference, I wanted to study this one. I'll draw this. Maybe next page. I'm sorry, I'm a bit slow with the interface. Okay, guess the darks need to look darker. I think irrespective of what I see in the reference, I need to do some of artistic processing. Alright, back to sketching. Don't mind me, I'll mostly just be drawing the t-shirt. I hope my sketching skills don't bail on me. Sometimes I'm able to sketch like in one go, and some other times it just keep going on and on, fixing my mistakes. Okay. I guess the chat is full of introverts today. I too am one, though. Drawing just a t-shirt is so hard. Because, like, I'm not caring about the anatomy, nothing else, just drawing the t-shirt. Hi Coco, welcome to the stream. The stream's been very silent today, but it's nice for focus. I cannot be pissing so many people off by drawing badly. Yeah, I guess now I'm gonna erase everything, draw again, possibly flip and make it bigger. It's too small. And too much to the corner. Done. Just one reference. Okay, bear with me while I try to draw this t-shirt. I guess I shouldn't try to fill in places where I don't know how it's looking. So I'll just draw a chunk of the hair. I'm gonna finish it. I hope I finish it. I am barely consistent, but I sometimes, like today, force myself to just keep going because once you get out of the flow, it's extremely hard to get back in. So, yeah, though I have been extremely inconsistent like a little while back because I was not getting enough time, and I'm still trying to get into the flow of things. It's been hard, but I'm trying. I'm not gonna make all of these little changes in the back because we are going to simplify and make it into like just a curve. Wow. My freehand angle is not too good. Yeah, in like the latest piece, I did that, erasing the same shit again and again. But I kept at it. One of the drawings I realized it was beyond saving, so I just left it and I redid it in some way by using the same character but just a simpler pose. Is that feeling of abandonment, abandoning an art piece, that's just hard to deal with. Why wasn't I simplifying before? Didn't really need so many folds here to just simplify it. Hi, Anor, welcome to the stream. I think this is the first time you're here, or at least the first time you're sending a message in the chat. Need to have some water, just a minute. Which ASMR? Drinking water. Okay, I'm almost done with the sketch. That's great. My clothes are hard, extremely hard. And like I've also tried practicing clothes before, and I just couldn't stay consistent with it. But now I feel a serious lack of being able to paint clothes, and so I'm like exclusively practicing clothes, not practicing anything else. No face, no skin, just simply clothes. That's great, Anor. Just to tell you, like this is a part of an art style study, so I'm not uh copying everything from this photo. I'll just be trying to stay consistent with the certain art style that I'm trying to practice. But yes, it will still have all the properties of light and the folds and stuff, but simplified in a specific manner. And I've also like collected some references, so feel free to use the references that I'm showing. Thank you so much, Inor. You know, it's when I'm practicing that I feel like I can keep on drawing and painting. Oh, thank you so much for watching that one. I might make another video for art style, different artists, the art style that I'm studying right now. It's given me good results so far, but a long way to go. So the objective of that one was to understand and like learn how art makes her art, and a lot of the things that I learned I actually still use in my art to this day, especially with drawing hair. But I kind of wanted a different art style for my own art, and so I started with this different art study. I think it looks pretty good for now. Unbelievable, I just didn't draw everything else and just like drew what I saw. This should have fared badly. I guess I'm improving. It's actually easier to keep on drawing and painting when you feel like you're actually making progress. Yes, Ask is amazing. The style is really cool. Like, I still, whenever I look at her works, I get like shook because it looks so simple in how it's done and how it's painted, but it's actually really hard, like coming up with all of it. And her compositions are also so nice. All right, time to paint. Ask is a her. It's years of experience. And lots of skill, hard work, talent, so much to do. Okay, time to get this as reference. All right, Coco, see you later. Out of drawing what? Or like drawing as a whole. And if you're asking drawing as a whole, probably it's the expressiveness of the face. For me, I am not good at drawing expressions. So that's something I have to work on a lot. So yep, facial expressions for me. Also because I really like how sometimes the artworks look expressive, but it just doesn't come naturally to me when I'm painting and stuff. I guess other than the facial expressions, it's thinking what exactly I want to draw, what pose, what mood. Because sometimes I know which character I want to draw, but it's just so hard to know exactly what's the pose gonna be. But other than the thinking part, yep, expressions. Yep. But lately I've been focusing on painting the face and clothes. And before that, I was focusing on brush strokes, the overall efficiency, and how to be better at shaping. Yeah, my expressions don't really make sense because, first of all, before drawing expressions, my face sometimes just looks off. So, yeah, working on faces first and then sorting the expressions. But lately, I started to have more expression in my artworks. I just try sometimes. So, yeah, I've been trying to incorporate some form of facial expression instead of it just being a blank face. The main aim is not to like learn folds, but how to paint those folds. Learning to draw the folds will be more of an eventual thing that I do. Painting clothes is like a much more urgent thing because I can always look at cloth images. I am using iPad, not a drawing tablet, but I kind of want to have a drawing tablet because then that would free up all of this space on my screen. Are you using a drawing tablet? That's the only reason I kind of like didn't get a drawing tablet and instead got an iPad because I felt if I didn't know if I would be able to adapt to it. Because I'm painting a bit slow. My tablet is about 11 inches. Yes, big screen is better. Because as you can see, I have so many menus open and I have to like just keep the color wheel and everything else in a very compact manner, and still, there's so less to look at. A big screen would solve that. For example, if you go to Procreate and here, the whole screen is yours. But for every menu, you just have to click everywhere and you know, just a lot of clicking to get simple things done. For switching the brushes, you have to go again and again here. But for more complex softwares like Clip Studio Paint, where there's more functionality, less clicking, there it takes up the whole screen space. So yes, a big screen is better. I guess that was too big an explanation for a simple question. Okay, I guess I should also paint some hair. So I don't really have to. but for the sake of it looking more complete, okay. Guess I'm a bit too slow. But at least it matches in anatomy. So I won't have to work on it again and again. Yep. But like if I have a drawing tablet, then it will be way easier because the menus would be on the other screen and much more viewing space. But it's also better with Clip Studio because I can just switch between brushes as much as I want. Yes, we can. Like you see here, it can get big and small. I can set up different types of view settings like this, have it on a list in any manner. So there's a lot of customization available that helps. Almost everything is adjustable here. So like, are you planning to buy a drawing tablet or anything? Some of it, but I'm not really into animating. But yes, some of it. Not in Clip Studio, but in Procreate. But I think Clip Studio has more features for animation. Like there's a different version of Clip Studio which would allow for more frames and stuff. I don't know why I'm painting the other parts. They're not really relevant to the cloth painting practice. Not so bad. Okay, now we get into the details. So I chose this reference because there's a lot of skylight and reflections working here. You can see the blue on the folds of the t-shirt that face up and the yellowish tone where it faces down. So it's like a nice reference to study from. Hmm. Hi Ranjit, welcome to the stream. Thank you. It's not done yet. I'm still painting, but thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get started with doing the other lights, reflections, and skylight. I think I first want to be painting the reflections. There's a lot of reflections here. Yep. Or even before that, I shouldn't paint the darker parts. I am a slow painter. That for your better precision. Oh, sure. And by the way, it's a VTuber model. I couldn't understand you there for a minute. I just don't want it to be too small. Okay. Let me know if it's too small. Done. Yep, now I'm on the side. And I'll make the screen bigger so that no focus is lost. Okay. I'm glad you like it better now. Okay, thank you. I guess I need to paint more on the forms, some lighter areas. Hi, Coco, welcome back. Okay, I'm gonna complete it on the stream. What do you mean, Coco? I'm not happy with this color. Needs to be more think here. So like, am I doing anything wrong? This is a way better color. This is so hard to do. I'm telling you beforehand, I may fail. Trim faster. Yeah, well, I'm a head tilter. If I sit straight, how am I supposed to look down? Okay, I'm sitting straight. Now, the things the chat makes me do. One of you made me make my VTuber smaller, and now you want me to sit straight. Let's see. This is so hard. I mean, painting's hard, not sitting straight. I regret to inform you that I may fail but we shall keep on pushing. I mean, I could copy the reference, but that won't contribute to learning. I need to make sense of it. I'm still going. It needs to be lighter, somewhat. But not like this. This maybe. Oh, this is so annoying. It's a focus on folds. What shading? I am doing it so badly right now. It's not good at all. But I will keep on trying to make it look better. Ah, yep, but the shots aren't gonna be painted, only the t-shirt. I just added the color to the shot so that it won't look weird. Yeah, I think we are getting somewhere. Because the worst part is I picked all the colors on my own. Didn't color pick from the reference. Maybe I should have. At least the base colors. Then I would have like more color context. Okay, so now the thing about folds is that they look blue when they face up and they look yellowish, orangish when they face down. So I need to keep that in mind when I shade. Things that face up and things that face down. What do you mean by 2.5D? I got it done. I think the reflections aren't too good. We need to be better. And some of the areas need to be way lighter. And I sort of need to be painting above everything. Yep. I don't know, I don't think of it that way. I'm just painting. Oh, wow. This is a hard reference. I guess nobody wants to go up against you. You're the winner. You win. You've got no competition. Yeah, wow, this is so bad. But that's on me. I chose a reference that was way too hard for my current skill level. I guess the rest of you are just wanting to see if I'm able to complete it. or how badly I mess it up. I should have chosen more subtle colors for the reflection. I think it's overpowering everything. No, that's something that happens off the stream. Again. I think I just need some darker colors and everything will start to make sense. It's not, someone who paints hyper realistically. I shouldn't even try to capture that. Well, if you subscribe, it may be available. Almost straight still. Yep, it's way better to just introduce some darker tones. It's bad, but at least not as bad as before. Yep, I think having the preference open at all times, it's a bit of a distraction because then you just wanna, you know, match what you're painting to it. But that's not really the objective. Finally, not too bad. The folds could have been better, way better, but not too bad. Well, seriously, I guess a year back, like seriously, maybe April, May last year. Before that, I was like more into learning and stuff. But a year back is when I started to actually apply a lot of stuff and like practice a lot, start to develop my own style. I just need to find one more color for the reflections and then I will be done. Which is good. Yep. Something that's just a little lighter and more orangey. Down. More. Hmm. I don't know why I was obsessing so much over getting the folds right, and I could just, you know, add a color and have it look better. Again, not bad, not bad. Also looks kind of consistent with the art style I am hoping to go for. Now I'm gonna be changing the lighter but guess I'm gonna call it done now. Yep, done. Doesn't really look too bad. I can use more saturation here. Yep, done. Yep. Well, I saved it. It was gonna go extremely down here. kind of looks similar to the reference here. Now it's better. I'm just gonna keep making small corrections, I guess. Yeah. So I can also do one more thing, make it absolutely white. Add some absolutely white colors at places just to give it a little bit more depth. Done. Hi, Scoop. Oh, thank you, Sergio. Yep, it looks way better now. And I also added some of my own things because I had to stay consistent with the art style I was following, and I think it looks pretty good. Oh, there is no color here. Felt it was a bit incomplete. Yep, done. Alright, Coco, I'm also gonna stop the streaming now. Oh my god, I did a very long stream today. Thank you guys for joining. I had a great time. I may be streaming again tomorrow and continuing with the same practice because there's still so much to learn. So I will still be practicing with painting clothes, and I'll see you about 12 hours from now. It'll be morning here, so next stream in the morning tomorrow. Alright, guys, see you. Bye bye. I know, excuse me. I've been streaming from 2 hours. It's time for my dinner, so I gotta go, and I need a much needed break. Feel free to, skip through with the stream, and you can catch me online tomorrow as well. So, see you. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you coming. Bye bye.